Right, we jump back on. I'm just going to do a little quick bit of cleaning up first on this live. And I did promise I was going to send this through the planer. I had to jump off on the last one. That bit of oak I was planing was getting on my nerves. So this is the piece we're going to send through. I did promise to send it through, so I will. So I'm just going to clean up quickly because we've got a hell of a mess in here. And I can't deal with a mess. So I'm just going to organise myself now. Pop these over here, and we're going to clean up first. Let's have a look. I got stuff everywhere. See? Pop that there. Pop them by there. Out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up here because it's a mess. Yo, I'm back. All right, Adam, sorry about that. I had to do a bit of cleaning up. It was getting on my nerves. Now we are spotless, as you could see. Pardon me. The floor is nice and clean. We don't like airborne dust and everything, so we try and keep it down. Right, so I did promise. Let me just move this. Hi, bro. How are you, King Kurt? I'm sure you've been on here before as well, haven't you, buddy? I have a question. Is this like your job? Right, Adam. My main business is fitting bathrooms and kitchens, and obviously when we're doing kitchens we do a lot of internal carpentry work in people's properties. So I do work with wood. This is more of my part-time job, this channel. So everything you see on my channel is self-taught. I haven't been taught any of it whatsoever, so I just have a go, and that's what a lot of my content is. It's me figuring problems out, learning as we go along, and that's why I've invested in all these tools from my other business, and I use them to obviously run this channel. So I'm not earning any money off this channel. It doesn't pay hardly anything, but unless you have a go, you'll never know, will you? What does that say? We want to come to America this year if you like. That'd be absolutely awesome. I'm from the UK, King Kurt. So yeah, more than welcome. Right, let's just put this camera up a little bit. Can you see everything on here? Is everything looking good there? So yeah, this is my part-time job. This is my hobby. This is what I like to do on weekends when I am going to take the kids out and do everything like that. The kids are growing up now, so I'm just trying to find a hobby that I can keep myself busy and keep myself entertained on the weekends when the kids are doing their own things when they grow up. So that's my plan anyway. I enjoy it out here. This is an annex. It's a part of the property I live in. This is where I come on the weekends when the missus is doing something herself. I'm from Kyrgyzstan in Iran. That is absolutely awesome, King Kurd. What's it like out there? But it's hot out there, is it today? Everything looking good. Thank you, Adam. That is absolutely awesome. So anyway, I jumped back on the live. Yes, my hobby, King. That's what it is. This is my hobby. This is what I enjoy doing. Obviously, you do learn. You make mistakes. I've made many of them, but we learn off them. And this is what I enjoy doing on my weekends off work. So, I did promise I'd plane this piece of timber. Now, when I originally bought this, I've heard it's called Langenberg, I think. I think that's the name. I'm not 100% on it. I can't remember what the timber is. But all I know is this timber, it is hazardous to your health. So I wanted to make sure I got a clean workshop before I plane it. I wanted to make sure the dust extractors ain't full. I wanted to make sure nothing is blocked. I want to make sure everything is cleared out. Now, all timber is hazardous to the health, all the fine particles and sawdust. But there's no harm in keeping everything clean, and there's no harm in making sure you're not going to be sucking that dust down your lungs while you're working. I probably should be wearing a dust mask, I'm not going to lie. I am a vapor and an ex-smoker, mine, so my lungs are already damaged, I would imagine. Thank you, King. That's all right. You're more than welcome. Don't forget now, mind, like, and subscribe as well. So if you want to obviously jump on any other videos and have a look at my content, you're more than welcome. Obviously, we're not a big channel. It's only a small channel. But we got our own little community going on here. We have our regulars that come on the live, which is great. And it's the same old faces, and I'm starting to enjoy it more. That's why I'm always out there on the weekends now doing these lives. I know I do chat a bit, but if I know anything that you need, if you've got any questions, I'll try my hardest to answer them like I do. Start work. Adam, I've never seen that before. If you don't count from the other live. I've never seen that word before. If you don't count from the other live. No, neither have I. I've never heard of that word either, Adam, to be honest with you. But, yeah, like I said, when I bought this, I think the name of it was Langenberg or Langen something. I've never heard of this timber. I like the look of it. I made a resin table. It's in the house. It's upstairs in the bedroom. The missus loves it. Thank you, Adam, for the like and subscribe. That is awesome. Yeah, so we're going to plane this. I'm going to see what I've got. I've got a couple of pieces of this, actually. I bought one piece, and I thought it was cheap enough. And then the same seller had another few of them. I haven't tested this for moisture content, which I think I best add if I'm going to go and plane it, innit? Right, let's have a look. You've probably heard me preach before about moisture in timber. Obviously, if you're making something, you need to check the moisture content of the wood. Now this, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Say if you can, say if you can't. This is saying we're at 5.9% moisture. And the meter is green. That is good. You want it under 8 for furniture and you want it under 10% for resin. So let me just show you. There we go. 3.2% moisture in there. That's looking good. So this is beautiful timber for using now. 4.3. 4.0. So this is beautiful timber if you want to make a resin table out of it. I know, where are you from, Adam? You never said as well, mine mate. You didn't say where you were from. That's what I like about it. See, all of you lot, you're all commenting, enjoying yourselves on there, and I'm yapping to myself. Right, here goes. So we're going to try and take a couple of mil off this. I'm not going to go wild on this. Obviously, we seen on the previous live video, my planer was struggling with the oak. It wasn't handling the oak that well, was it? And it was giving me a load of snipe. It wasn't going through the rollers. We had to keep adjusting the planer. For some reason, it wouldn't have none of it. So I'm going to see what this is like planing through here. We did send a big, massive piece of walnut through earlier. It handled that all right. It did get jammed up here and there. But I think what we're doing, well, what I'm doing, is I'm pushing this planer to his limits, really, aren't I? It's not really designed to be doing 300 mil wide pieces of timber all day long. Morocco. You're from Morocco, you Adam. That is absolutely awesome, mate. Right. So I think we'll go ahead now and send this through the planer by here. I'm hoping it's not going to get jammed up and start doing any silly nonsense now while we're on this live. Luckily enough, we've only got a few people on here, so I'm not going to make a fool of myself, am I? So let's just crack on now and go ahead with this. We just lower the planer now. Nice to see you, King. I'll see you on the next live. Here goes. Well, as loud as it sounded, it actually planed this timber absolutely beautiful. So here it is, look. Lovely pattern on this. I'm just going to zoom out a bit by moving the timber. Look at that. What do you think of that? That is a lovely bit of wood. Look at that. Look at all the grain on there. It is a beautiful looking wood. Like I said, I think it's called Langenberg or something like that. I'm going to have to check it out online. It's an heavy piece, man. I'm not going to lie. But the thing I love about this wood is you've got the grain, look. And this grain actually follows all the way around. You've got all the little curves and it goes in and out of every single thing. And the beauty of this timber is when you encapsulate this in resin, it looks absolutely stunning. And that's what I love about it. And that's why I bought another couple of pieces of this, because I got one piece of this in the house that's been turned into a lovely table. I don't know what I'm doing with this yet. I could cut it in half, spin both sides around, make like a river resin table. The best part is actually cutting the wood. Yeah, I do enjoy cutting the wood. The hardest bit is when you pour resin and things like that. It's a lot of work in sanding it. It is an absolute nightmare of a job. And that's the sort of job we try and avoid a bit. Well, that's what I do. But let me just show you the grain on this, look. Can you see this? That's what I'm going on about. Can you see it follows around here? Up and around. It's looking nice, isn't it? It's a beautiful piece of wood, that. I like it. It's different. So, we're going to spin him around and do the other side. It's a hefty piece of wood. It's not that thick, but it is really heavy. So we're going to send it through the planer now, the other way round. And then we'll have a look what we got then. But the way I sent that through the planer, as you've seen, I pushed it through. And then I had to spin it to the side for it to keep it all going through nice and even. Because it does slightly kick. If I went through straight, it'd jam up. So I'm letting it go through the planer and I'm just turning it so it carries on through straight there. And that's the way I do it. It is a beautiful piece of wood, Adam. I do very much like it. I'm well happy with it. We have got a crack, mind. It looks like it runs right through the middle there. But we don't care because we're using that for resin later on. Obviously, we tested it for moisture. It's looking good for moisture, so I'm happy. So I will get this planed up now. We'll do another little pass on the other side and we'll see what the other side looks like. Obviously, it's the same wood. It's going to look bloody beautiful, I'd imagine. Right, so here goes this side. There's that side. much for me saying pushing it through. While it was going through, we've had one hell of a job. So I'll just spin it around now. And just slightly take off that side. What a pain. I shouldn't have said that. I think I jinxed myself. Right, you go. Right, I'll show you what the problem is now. Here it is. Here's the problem on this. Let me get my camera and I can show you that. Obviously, when we done the first pass on this, all right, it was a little bit higher, yeah, the planer. Now, what it's doing on the second pass, I don't know if you can see right here. See where it's catching there on the planer? And that's why I struggle to get it through. That's the issue there, look. So obviously I can't go planing this unless I take this little piece out. Here it is. So I just need to skim the timber. That's why we jammed up. I got caught on there. I nearly knocked the planer over and everything then. But that's it is what it is. So it looks like I'm going to have to skim that to carry on with that. The missus has been in the window waving her arms, so I've got to go again. But I'll be back on another live later. Hopefully no problem.